Welcome to the Pocatello Business Podcast, the only Pocatello podcast focused on providing profits for Pocatello people. If you love our town and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Pocatello Business Podcast with your friend, host, all-around great guy, and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone. Again, we are here, Pocatello Business Podcast, with a man who needs no introduction to the Pocatello people. This guy is a legend in the Century. I think you were the first class to graduate Century High School, correct?
To go all the way through, yeah. Sophomore, junior, senior class, yeah.
Okay. So he was a graduate at Century. He was a star athlete at Century. He went on to our local University of Idaho State University to play basketball there. Dominated. Side note, one of my favorite games was still when you guys kicked the crap out of University of Utah. I didn't have a voice for about a week after that. Loved every minute of it.
My son was born that week, so that was a big week.
That was a big week. Anyways, let's continue on with this introduction because I want to make sure I got everything in there. So you went to ISU. He graduated there in business management with his bachelor's. He continued on to University of Idaho, where he got his doctorate in law. And then, hold on. Before that, there's a little bit of space between there that you also played professional basketball in Germany. Let's not forget.
Yeah. Yeah, spent a year over there, so.
Nice. He came after the University of Idaho. He was employed at Racine Olson Nye and Budge Chartered as an attorney over there. I used him quite a bit. Not that I was in trouble, but you helped me organize some stuff.
A business organization, exactly.
That's right.
But I could have got you out of jail if I needed to.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's why you're friends with me, because I got to have friends in high places.
Yeah.
No, you're a good dude. And now he is the Director of Development at the Idaho State University College of Arts and Letters. So, Matt, say hi to the Pocatello people. You already know them. They know you, but still.
Yeah, it's good to be on the show, and it looks like I am going to have to pay you a little under the table for that introduction. It's a little bit more than probably what happened, but I appreciate the introduction. It's good to be on the show with you.
Thank you. And to add, he's a personal friend of mine, so you can hold that against him or whatever you need to do. But yeah, he's a good dude.
I'll neither admit nor deny, so I'll just keep it there. No, I'm just joking.
There you go.
Known each other for a long time.
There you go. Perfect. Okay. Get back on track here. So yes. So Matt, you're working now at the university here in town, the Idaho State University. What are you doing for them? What exactly is the Director of Development?
Yeah, so my career path has kind of taken a couple turns. As you mentioned, was an attorney there for a little bit, and in the process of being an attorney, I realized fairly quickly that I was drawn to the estate planning and probates and planning for individuals' life, and I learned of this opportunity at Idaho State University about development, and really it's helping to push many of the initiatives of the university in terms of advancing the initiatives and finding partners, donors, alumni, whatever form it may be, to gather the resources to help ISU accomplish the things they need to accomplish. So there's a large fundraising component of that, but as part of the development team at ISU, we prioritize different priorities. And for example, one of the things that we is high priorities right now is scholarships for students. And so that's a huge initiative for us right now. And so we go out and form these relationships to help fund those initiatives.
Very cool. Very cool. So if I was someone who wanted to be a donor for Idaho State University, you're the guy that you want to contact. And
Yeah, exactly. I could help. We have a team of probably about 15 people that help in this process, and really what we do is is really driven by the individuals we work with. What is it that they're interested in? What's their passion? What resonates with them? What initiatives at ISU, and we try to help as an advisor for them. It's a little bit different than just going and fundraising as your bake sale type fundraising. We really want to partner with them as one of their professional advisors and help them find something that will have meaning and impact for them, and help to determine how to do it, what type of vehicles to do that through, what's the timing, and then show them the type of impact that they're having. And so it's a very rewarding process for us and for the donors, is what the goal is.
Perfect. So, and that's the thing too, with people who are donating to the Idaho State University, and maybe some are out there saying, why are we talking about donating on this show? But at the same time, you got to remember, if you're a business owner and you're a local leader in Pocatello, what's the university that's helping put out talent for you to hire? It's our local university, and that's why it's so important for us to support them in their causes, and so we can continue to strengthen our community. That's what it's all about.
I think you're exactly on there. Idaho State is a big player here in Pocatello, and we recognize that the things that we do in our mission can't be accomplished without the great support of our community and business owners. And I think also, we have on the forefront of our mind is the students. That's what we're here to serve. And the biggest population of our students are Idaho students, and a lot from the surrounding areas of Pocatello. And so as we, work together, we're trying to train up that next generation. And there's some challenges we have here in Idaho. We're near the bottom on the go on rate, just in general, for high school kids going on to college. And that's something that we have a priority to combat and change. And so it's with the help of community members, alumni, donors, businesses come together in this, partnership to really make a difference in the lives of a lot of the youth.
I agree. And that's the thing too. I think a lot of kids don't understand that, hey, you might not be interested in a 4-year program, but look at you. The College of Technology up there has a lot of different trade 2-year programs. And what's something we're really short on right now in society and in our economy is tradesmen, so it's another opportunity.
Yeah. There's lots of different opportunities at ISU, and that's the thing that we want people to know is there's a course of study that fits each person, whether it's a 2-year, whether it's a 4-year, whether it's to go on and get a doctorate, whether it's to get dual degrees. I mean, there's something that will help, that can help each and every student or person advance. We also have a group of non-traditional students that come to take advantage of a lot of the programs to maybe during these times of difficulty they lose a job and they need to become more marketable. There's opportunities to come back, to get certificates, to get continuing education. There's lots of opportunities for everybody.
I like that, and that's exactly what I think just needs to be spread a little bit more. Is that, hey, it's not everyone has to go through the same size hole, or there's different options out there for every type of personality and talent and whatever. So I just think people definitely need to take advantage of that and further their education to better themselves and their families in the future. So
yeah.
Well, cool. So do they still let you mix it up a little bit in the basketball court and the basketball team?
Well, I wish. I feel like I'm getting too old for that game. It's a young man's game, but we stay involved. My wife and I like to stay involved as we can. We have a particular interest in the youth, and I have kids that are young, and so we really enjoy putting on programs for them. And then we're very engaged in ISU sports. Attend the women's. My wife played at ISU as well,
Yep.
and so we attend all the women's games. We attend the men's games. We attend different sporting events, and then we also attend some of the other ISU productions. The theater productions, and so there's lots of things on ISU campuses for all families to go and participate in.
I agree. And we're going to do this a little backwards today, because usually I ask at the beginning a little bit about yourself and your family, your hobbies. But let's continue with that for a second, since we're talking about your wife and your family. And just tell us what you enjoy doing when you're not at work.
Yeah, so we're very active. Our family, my wife is very active. She has a degree in athletic administration, but she has over the years done personal training, and then we opened our own gym. We have a space that we lease, and we have run programs for youth, and I have kids ranging from 11 to 4. And so, I think for us both, our passion is really coaching the youth, and that's one of our big hobbies. We are very engaged in coaching the next generation. And then we also like to go play in tournaments, and there's fun tournaments all over Idaho where we'll go and participate in. And so we enjoy the sports aspects. We enjoy the outdoors. We enjoy hiking, spending time with our kids. But we're really active.
Okay. I like it. How many kids do you have now?
So we have 4. We have 2 boys and 2 girls. So I got 2 boys that book in the 2 middle girls. So it's a fun ages right now.
There you go. Well, good. I'm going to tap in now to a little bit of your attorney wisdom. So what is some of the things you saw as you were practicing law? I know the job you have now, you still get to use your law degree in many different ways, but as an attorney right now, for those who are in business listening to this episode, what were the big issues and big mistakes you saw business owners doing when it came to running their businesses in a legality side of things?
Yeah, and again, I'm going to just qualify this as that this is not legal advice.
There you go.
I'm going to just put that out there.
Nice disclaimer.
I had a very good experience at Racine Olson. It's had great people over there, and there's lots of good attorneys here in Pocatello. Great to work with. But it's as part of my practice, I was able to do some business planning, and I think for the most part around here, it's a lot of small businesses, and there's certain things that to get a business up and operating, and there's certain documents you want to be put in place to help you, and a lot of times these people look at attorneys and say, oh, the expense, I don't want to deal with that, but there's a lot of it that's worth it to just go and pay that initial amount up front to get the documents in place, to get some advice. But and it's not something that needs to be continuous. It's to help get that initial stuff and give some advice, and so often new businesses are struggling for cash, and so sometimes they skimp on that, and that's sometimes when it can come back to bite them a little bit. But making sure you have a good operating plan in place, making sure you have good corporate formalities, you're following the corporate formalities, you have your organization set up and chosen based off of advice from an accountant, how you want to be taxed, from an attorney, and so that initial planning is a big step, and can really set you up for success down the road in the terms of if there's something happens and there's a chance that you could be sued, and making sure you're doing the best you can to protect your assets. So I would say spend a little bit amount up front to get the legal advice you need to make sure that you're in a good situation moving forward.
I agree. And I think there's a lot of people out there that they're running a business, and they might even be running it as a sole proprietor and servicing customers. Number one, you got to talk to someone about that kind of thing, because you're exposed, as a business owner. You're not like we're trying to, steal from anyone or do anything weird or shady, but you've got to protect yourself no matter what you're doing. And you got to know what type of entity is right for you and your business, correct?
Exactly. And, I think it's a challenging because it's inherent that you're supposed to know the law, but there's lots of little nuances to it. I mean, as a business owner, you have, potential liabilities all over. If you have a premise, there's premise liability. If you are driving vehicles, there's liability in that aspect. If you are entering contracts, there's potential liabilities there. If you have employees, I mean, you have potential liabilities in terms of how you pay your employees, and you want to make sure that you're trying to be compliant. And there's lots of resources out there. And the nice thing is, you'll find attorneys that will do consultations for you, and sometimes there's not a lot they can do for you. And if you find the right ones, there's, sometimes there'll be free consultations that, really help with your circumstances. So finding an attorney that you can trust and will treat you fairly, I think is an important thing as well.
Very good. And we're actually going to have an attorney on here in following episodes, Mark Peterson here in town.
Okay.
He's going to be on the show. So anyways, that's good advice. That's very good advice. People need to know those kind of things. They need those articles of organization. They just need that kind of stuff because it's helpful also when you're going to get bank loans and that kind of stuff. They like to see that organization to your company. So and the I better ask for forgiveness than permission attitude maybe work with your wife here and there, but it does not work with the IRS and the court of law, all that kind of stuff, because they're going to get you one way or the other.
Yeah. Make sure you're taking the steps to protect yourself. I mean, you're putting a lot of time and energy into building these companies, and the last thing you want is to have something come and get you. So it's a very valuable step to take.
Yep.
One of the things I saw often is, people would always try to do these by themselves, just try to do it by themselves. And oftentimes it works out fine. But when they come in and say, okay, here's what we got going on, it's a lot easier for an attorney to prepare for challenges as opposed to after something happens, try to fix it all. The upfront stuff, preparing for liabilities and challenges, is a lot easier. And so trying to fix mistakes sometimes becomes more costly and more difficult. So it's, like I said, some people do it just fine, but oftentimes they're missing pieces and they're not completely full on the things they need to have done to protect themselves.
Very, very good. So moving forward here, Matt, as we kind of come to our conclusion, what's something you're excited about right now?
Well, I think at ISU, I'm really excited about the things that are happening at ISU. We've faced some difficulties, and so has everyone around the community. We've had some unprecedented challenges that we've faced, but I think we're starting to come together, and at the university particularly, we have done some amazing things and responding to the challenges. We've been able to go almost completely online in a matter of 3 weeks when the announcement came, and to be able to push that education to our students was very encouraging. And I think that we have some new challenges that are coming up, but I feel like the people at ISU have a good mindset and are up for the challenges. And so I'm excited with the direction our leadership is taking us. I'm excited for these next challenges and some of the initiatives that are coming out from the college, from the university in terms of our focus. And it really is starting to really turn to a very student-oriented focus. And so I'm excited to be part of that. It's, one of the most rewarding things for me is when you secure partnership and funding to be able to see the students that it impact. And often that's part of my role is to talk to the students so I can report back to those partners that help make their education. And, we had, I'll just give an example. And I had a student that received a scholarship and and it allowed the student not to have to work, and it came at just the right time because his daughter was having surgeries.
Oh, wow.
And was having to travel back and forth for these surgeries, and was able to attend all those medical appointments and pay for school. And, to see this individual get emotional when talking about this experience, and who's gone on to have a successful career, it's, those are the stories that are very impactful and are moving, and inspiring. So
I like it. So it pays definitely. There's more to it than just donating to ISU. It's not you're just donating to put some more shrubbery in. It's you're affecting people's lives for sure.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
I like it. So it's a tradition on our episodes that we ask your favorite local restaurant to eat at, and then we've expanded that to also say what is some of your local just Pocatello businesses you like to.
For me, we've really found, my wife and I really love Thai food, and sushi. And so we are at Thai Paradise and Thai Zap all the time. And we often go to, now I'm forgetting the name, Sumisu. We go to Sumisu all the time. And so those are kind of some of our favorites that we go to. But I also often see myself frequenting the hardware stores, the Lowe's, we have a relationship with you as well, and New Clean does some great work for us with our gym, and so we really, I think there's such great businesses in town, and try to provide such great services. So there's just a couple for you.
There you go. I like it. So Matt, people that are listening now, they're probably thinking, hey, I want to donate. I want to get a hold of Matt. How do I get a hold of Matt Stucki for him to help me out with some donating?
Yeah, so there is a website. First and foremost, I give my cell phone out to anybody and everybody. My cell phone's 208-220-6110. I'm happy to take calls anytime. There's a website, ISU website, Idaho State University Foundation page, and there's a page that you can click on how to give, and it will give explanation on how to give. Oftentimes I think trying to contact one of the foundation members, which is also on the website, they can really help direct and find the right place for your gift. So, if it's something that you want to have a specific impact and work towards some kind of initiative and learn about the initiatives, really contacting us and talking about that's a great opportunity. Some people prefer just to give to a general fund, just as part of their support, and that's easily done on the website as well. But we would love to have the interaction with those that have a desire to make a change, make a difference, and make an impact, and help walk through that process.
I like it. Is there any opportunities to kind of get back to ISU for maybe some of these smaller business owners, and maybe just starting out business owners that want to do something to give back to ISU, but they don't quite have all the necessary, big funds?
Absolutely. So there's different ways to make a gift. There's what we call annual gifts, where people will make annual contributions, and they're, they can range anywhere from $25 to $5,000, and it's to support different initiatives, whether it's, maybe you want to support the General College of Arts and Letters Fund or the College of Business Fund. You can have that go to a scholarship to support a scholarship. And then for those that want to do something bigger, there's ways to set up what's called an endowment, where the money is a larger amount is donated, and it goes to, it's invested in the income that's received from that supports some kind of initiative like scholarship or program support. And those last in perpetuity. They last forever and continue to provide support. And so, every little amount helps, and creates a difference in the lives of our students in our programs.
I like it. And ISU's, glad to have them in the community, and let's keep them moving, keep them happy.
We appreciate that. And we appreciate, again, the partnerships that we have, and those are listening who have partnered with us. We really appreciate you and enjoy those relationships. And that's important to us.
Awesome. Well, Matt, thanks for being on the show with this. You guys now know how to get a hold of him, and now know how to go through and make a donation and those steps now. Matt, will definitely have you on the show again in the future. But thanks again, and to all you guys, until next episode, adios.
Congratulations on spending a couple minutes getting just a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Pocatello business community. If you are feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.